Hari Om. Welcome. This is Yamuna Devi. I'm very happy and pleased to be here with you today. Today's topic is the mind. The mind is like a beautiful garden. When you go to see a garden with flowers, with roses, blooming, beautifully maintained, you feel happy. You feel joyful. You feel content. But when you see the garden is abandoned, it is not well cut, not well maintained, it feels like if the garden was abandoned, like if no one is living there. And that happens with our life too. Our mind is that garden. For us to maintain the garden, we have to remove the weeds. We have to remove any insects, any bugs. We have to cut and trim the stems, remove old flowers. Constantly look for the weeds, remove them, because some weeds can kill the plant itself. And these weeds, these bugs, are anxiety, nervousness, fear, anger. All these things kill our garden. They kill our mind. They kill our body. They kill our being. They don't allow our being to flourish. They don't allow us to feel happiness, to feel joyful. It's suffocating. Just like the weeds can suffocate and even kill a plant. The same feeling of those weeds, those emotions, can also disturb us. And it's hurtful. So we become labeled different disease, different imbalances. So for us to take care of that garden, we have to train the mind. We have to discipline the mind. This discipline comes every moment, practice to practice, every moment practicing, observing, using your awareness. This doesn't come easily. This doesn't come quickly. It takes time. It takes time. For your flowers to bloom in your garden, you can't just plant the seed and wait. You have to prepare a nice soil, ventilation, nice space where it can breathe. You have to water, allow it to get sunshine. Like all these things play an important role. It needs space to grow and for it to bloom. And some plants like to be in their own space, in their own place. So you have to observe, you have to be aware what is happening within me. The same as you observe the plants. What is happening here? What does this mean? What insect is this? What is it doing to the plant? The same way you have to search within. You have to ask yourself, what is happening within me? Why am I feeling anxious? Why am I feeling nervous? Why am I feeling irritable? Why am I losing clarity? Why do I feel scattered? Ask yourself those questions. You will find the answer. So if you don't tend the mind, if you don't take care of the mind like you take care of a garden, it will just be wild. And sometimes you can't even live in the space because the garden has overcome your own home. So the well-trained mind, the peaceful mind, the joyful mind, the calm mind can flourish into that beautiful space that you can admire, can appreciate yourself and make happy, and you can become happy. Important thing is you have to remove those bugs, trim those old leaves, those old stems that are lifeless, right? Means stems of the past. This is my question. Why are you giving life to your past? This is a really good question. Why are you reliving your past? We don't heal by reliving and bringing up those same emotions. We heal by observing it, by witnessing that experience, that scene, and slowly we start letting it go. It starts dissolving on its own. But if you try to suppress it and you try to talk to someone about it to feel sympathy, right, to become a victim, you cannot heal, my friend. Healing is a process. You are your best healer. You can heal yourself, but you have to be perseverant. You have to have strong dedication, determination, devotion, and discrimination, and understand the path you're going. Is it the right path, or am I going the wrong path? You are the one that knows, because you are living your life. No one can live your life for you. No one can be happy for you. No one can be sad for you. That choice is yours. You have that choice. So if you want to walk in your beautiful garden of flowers, roses, birds, butterflies, you want to feel happy in that garden, start doing the work. You can do the work. It takes time. And I suggest for those of you who feel the mind is distracted, why don't you start working in your own garden? If you don't have a garden, if you have a little patio, work with what you have. You can even start taking care of an indoor plant if you don't have a little patio. Start somewhere. Educate the mind. The mind is very distracted. The mind is very disturbed. The mind is searching constantly for something to cling on to. And we are feeding it. We are putting more bugs into our garden. Then our garden is totally dying away. There is no room for joy. There is no room for peace. There is no room to enjoy life, because we are living in that disturbed space. So occupy your mind with wonderful thoughts. Occupy your mind doing good deeds. Work. Work is beautiful. Work is worship. Even if it takes you a little longer. I was today scrubbing my pots of my plants, because the truth is, if I put plants in pots, it is my responsibility to take care of them. If they're in the garden as well, but I have to water the plants. I have to maintain the soil, maintain the health of the plant, the joy of the plant, because the plant has life. The plant feels. If you say beautiful things to the plant, you clean the leaves, you talk to it, you cut, you ask for permission, the plant responds. But the plant that is abandoned, that is not watered, it will die. So I was cleaning my pots with a little toothbrush, small brush. I had a bigger brush. But I decided I wanted to take my time. I wanted to reflect. I wanted to just appreciate what I was doing at the moment. And I wanted to put love in my pot, because my plant, my living existent being, of the flower, of the plant, is living in there. So I want a happy home for her. So when I finish scrubbing all the mold, mildew that grows on the pot, I cut the little leaves that were dry, that were finished. And she said to me, "You cleaned my pot, thank you. You cut my leaves, thank you. But give me a little water." So I said, "You're right. I have to give you a little water." So I gave her a little rainwater that I had. And she is happy. Totally different energy. So purpose is take your time. The process of your spiritual journey takes time. It takes effort. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of dedication and determination. I could have used the bigger brush, but I decided the small toothbrush. And I was happy. And scrubbing that pot made me realize we take care of how we look externally, but we also have to nourish inside, what is happening inside. And that is where your spiritual journey begins. When you start tending those weeds, when you start maintaining the health of your beautiful being, because you are blessed in this physical form, you are truly blessed. You have to live your life fully, live your life contently, and let go. Release yourself of worries, of fears, of anxiety, of these thoughts that keep repeating the past, or sometimes even the future. But the moment you live in the present moment, you receive much more gifts. You receive much more gifts in the present moment. And your life blooms. You will be happy, my dear friend. You have to practice. I wish you a lot of love. Pray for you. Good wishes for your happiness. One thing I'd like to say is pray for peace, your peace. Pray for your happiness. Instead of praying for health, pray for peace. Pray for joy. The moment you pray for peace and you pray for joy, your health comes. It is not the other way around. Because having health, it's good, it feels good. But what is health without happiness and peace? What is health without those? So if you have peace and you have joy and you have happiness, you are healthy and you will feel it. Healthy in your mood, healthy in your spirit, healthy in your whole being, and you will radiate that. So be happy, happy, happy. Don't negotiate your peace of mind. Pray, begin your garden, and sending you lots of love and good wishes. Hari Om.